We've blended whiskey before, so we know it takes time and skill. The team at Barrel Craft Spirits, they don't stop until they get it right. Learn more at barrelbourbon.com. Hey everyone, and welcome to this Whiskey Quickie, and got a little treat for you. So this is the Single Cask Nation 24-year-old Kentucky Bourbon release.
Wow.
It's got some age to it. Now, if you don't know who Single Cask Nation is, it's run by another group of podcasters, but they also do their own independent bottling. We do bourbon, that's kind of what we focus on, bourbon rye, but they do everything from bourbon, rye, scotch. They've got some really cool labels. They've got a great history and a lot of great barrels. They've even done a lot of stuff from wild turkey.
Yeah, they got access. We got to share those contacts.
Got to figure out how we get in there.
Yeah.
But really excited to kind of dive into this one. So what's the story behind it? So these barrels were first aged 12 years in Kentucky. Then they took a boat over to Scotland and spent another 12 years in Scotland until somehow they got a hold of them. And so there was a total, I think, believe of 1,200 bottles that actually came out from this. Now, the origins of where this all leads, hence all lead to Heaven Hill. So we've had Old Parkers before, we've had Heaven Hill 27 year before. So we'll kind of see how that kind of stacks and ranks up against it.
I would think the 12 years in Scotland would make it slow down the aging and a little more muted.
And see, that's kind of the part of this is even when it comes to the proof, what happens when it's here in Kentucky, right? It usually shoots up, or unless you're in like the middle of the rick house, it kind of stays pretty mellow. But with 12 years in Scotland, and if I remember correctly, this is barrel proof, but it is bottled at 94.8.
Wow.
And the retail price on this one wasn't cheap, but $295. But how often do you get your hands on a 24-year-old whiskey?
Not very often, especially when it's aged in Scotland.
Absolutely. It's got a unique story to it. So let's go ahead and dive in with the nose. Oak, tannins.
Yeah, just dark, deep, like fruit abyss.
Yeah.
Like it's like
The fruit abyss.
sugar plum syrup hanging out. I don't know. It's quite pleasant.
Yeah, it is pretty good. It is pretty good. All right, on the taste here. This is the real proof is in the taste.
Ton of oak.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of those dried fruits are there. Some tannins really start to pick up towards the end. Kind of a creamier, like texture, very kind of viscous.
But and compared to the other old releases we've had, there's none of that like mildewy, funky,
musty,
anything.
basement note.
It is definitely it's got some tannins. It's got a little bit overall fruit flavor. Not a huge amount of depth, but I think at 98.4 proof, I don't know what you'd expect. You're not going to get a huge like punch in your mouth spice bomb either.
But it's for like whiskey aficionado. Like if you're looking for something unique, rare, with all those oak tannin notes, leather, everything you get out of an older whiskey, this nails it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So let's go ahead and we'll rate it. So on the nose, where are you at?
Thumbs up. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All day.
And on the taste?
Thumbs up. Really good. I mean, these type of flavors you only get at, whiskey age.
Crazy ages. Yeah, absolutely. And on the finish?
I'm sideways. I wanted it to build up a little more. Like sometimes with older, releases, you get like this kind of gradual buildup. It kind of just fell flat for me on the end, but overall, very excellent.
I agree. I think the middle of the road on the finish is exactly what we would expect out of this. Overall, I think it's a good whiskey. You have to determine if the price is worth it to you, though. So, cheers, everybody. We'll see you next time.